a railway bridge in the Himalayas, taller than the Eiffel Tower, a cube in the desert, big enough to swallow 20 Empire State Buildings, a plan to run a power line 4,000 kilometers beneath the open ocean, and a machine project in Tibet, so enormous it will generate 3 times the power of the Three Gorges Dam in the deepest canyon on Earth. 17 megaprojects, 6 continents, every single one real, verified, and either under construction right now or so newly finished, the ribbon is still on the ground. By the end of this countdown, you will have seen the world that is coming before it arrives. Number 17 will make everything else on this list look small, so stay for it. And if you love journeys like this one, subscribing takes 2 seconds. Let's go. Number 1. The Chenab Bridge, India. In the mountains of Kashmir, Indian engineers spent 2 decades building a steel arch for trains, 359 meters above the river below. That is taller than the Eiffel Tower. It opened in 2025 as the highest railway bridge on the planet, the crown jewel of a rail line that finally stitches the Kashmir Valley to the rest of India's network. Through terrain that swallows roads every winter, trains now glide where even helicopters once struggled. Number 2. And India was just warming up. Stretching between its capital and its financial capital, the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway is nearly 1,400 kilometers of new highway, one of the longest expressways ever constructed in a single project, built to cut a 24-hour drive roughly in half. Near Tiger Country, it even carries dedicated green overpasses so that leopards and deer cross above the traffic while cars stream underneath. It is less a road and more a national artery, with entire industrial corridors already sprouting along its length. Number 3. Now to Paris, which is doing something no Western city has attempted in a century. The Grand Paris Express, 200 kilometers of brand new, fully automated metro lines and nearly 70 new stations being bored beneath the suburbs in Europe's largest transport project. It is the biggest expansion of the Paris metro since the metro was invented, designed to connect the forgotten edges of the city where millions live, but opportunity rarely reached. Number 4. Under the Alps, Austria and Italy are completing the Brenner base tunnel, which together with its connecting bypass will run around 64 kilometers, the longest underground railway link ever built. Its mission sounds humble and is anything but: pull millions of trucks off one of Europe's most congested mountain crossings and put their cargo on silent electric trains running flat and straight beneath the mountains, next decade and for centuries after. Number 5. Off the coast of England, in the shallow North Sea, the Dogger Bank wind farm is becoming the largest offshore wind project in the world. Its turbines stand taller than most skyscrapers, with blades so vast that a single rotation can power a British home for about 2 days. When complete, this one farm will generate enough electricity for around 6 million homes from a patch of sea that was, ironically, dry land 10,000 years ago. Number 6. But for pure audacity in clean energy, look at Australia. A project called SunCable plans the largest solar precinct ever built in the sun-blasted Northern Territory. And then, the unbelievable part, an undersea power cable running around 4,300 kilometers to Singapore, an extension cord between continents. Approvals are in place, and if it succeeds in the 2030s, sunlight falling on Australian desert will switch on lights in Singapore apartments, and electricity will officially become an export you ship by cable. Number 7. In Saudi Arabia, the most concrete piece of the NEOM dream is not a mirrored city, it is a chemical plant. The NEOM Green Hydrogen Facility, over $8 billion, is designed to be the largest of its kind anywhere, using giant wind and solar farms to split water into hydrogen fuel, 600 tons of it a day, with the first exports targeted within the next couple of years. If green hydrogen becomes the fuel of heavy industry, this is where the era begins. Number 8. Stay in Saudi Arabia and look at Riyadh, where a structure is rising that sounds like a child designed it. The Mukaab, a cube, 400 meters tall, 400 wide, 400 deep, large enough to hold 20 Empire State Buildings inside its volume. Planned as the centerpiece of a new downtown, its interior is meant to be a canyon of holographic skies and shifting digital worlds. The world's largest building will not be a tower, it will be a box of illusions. Number 9. The Gulf is not done with records, because in Dubai, the largest airport project in history is underway at Al Maktoum International, a $35 billion expansion aiming at 5 runways and capacity for 260 million passengers a year, nearly triple today's busiest hub. When it is done, the world's busiest international airport, Dubai's current one, will simply close and move in. An entire aviation empire changing houses. Number 10. Egypt, meanwhile, has built itself a new capital from scratch in the desert east of Cairo. Ministries have moved, a financial district gleams, and at its heart stands the iconic tower, nearly 400 meters of glass and steel, the tallest building on the African continent. Critics debate the cost, and the city is still filling, but the skyline is no longer a rendering. Africa's tallest tower has an address. Number 11. Indonesia is attempting something even bolder, abandoning its capital. Jakarta, home to over 10 million, is sinking, in places among the fastest of any major city anywhere. So on the island of Borneo, Indonesia is building Nusantara, a $30 billion new capital, already inaugurated with its first government buildings. Moving a nation's brain out of a drowning body is one of the hardest maneuvers in urban history. Indonesia is doing it live. Number 12. Cross the Pacific to Peru, where a sleepy fishing town called Chancay woke up in late 2024 as South America's new front door. A $3.5 billion deep-water megaport, built with Chinese investment and opened with China's president watching, now sends giant ships directly across the Pacific, cutting Shanghai shipping times from over a month to around 23 days. One port quietly rewiring the trade map of an entire continent. Number 13. In the mountains of Guinea, West Africa, the largest mining project on the planet has come to life. Simandou. 4 mountains of some of the richest iron ore ever found, locked away for decades because no railway existed to move it. So the partners built one, more than 600 kilometers of track and tunnels through wild terrain, over $20 billion invested, and in November 2025, the first ore finally reached the sea, a resource the size of a national destiny, unlocked by a train line. Number 14. In Tajikistan, a wall of rock and concrete is climbing toward a world record. The Rogun Dam, when it tops out at 335 meters, will be the tallest dam ever built, taller than the Shard, the tallest skyscraper in Western Europe, and its first turbines are already spinning. For one of Asia's poorest countries, it is more than power. It is the national project, decades in the making, sold to its own citizens share by share. Number 15. Now to the United States, where the most expensive factories in American history are rising in the Arizona desert. TSMC, the Taiwanese chip giant, has committed $165 billion to a campus of semiconductor plants, buildings so clean inside that a single speck of dust is a catastrophe. Printing circuits thousands of times thinner than a human hair. These are the machines that make the machines, and their arrival on American soil is one of the largest industrial bets of the century. Number 16. And feeding on those chips, a new species of megaproject has appeared, one that did not exist 5 years ago. AI data centers. The Stargate program, backed by hundreds of billions of dollars in planned investment, is building campuses across America that each consume as much power as a city. Football fields of computers stacked with the processors that train artificial intelligence. Some expansion plans have already collided with financial reality and been trimmed, which tells you something honest. Even the richest companies on Earth are straining to build fast enough. Past centuries built factories for steel and cars. This one is building factories for intelligence itself. And that brings us to number 17, the biggest of them all, the largest power project ever attempted by the human species. In the far southeast of Tibet, the Yarlung Tsangpo River does something no other great river does. It slams into the Himalayas, wraps in a hairpin turn around a 7,000-meter peak, and plunges 2,000 meters in barely 50 kilometers, carving the deepest canyon on Earth in the process. That drop is the greatest concentration of raw hydropower on the planet. And in July 2025, China began construction of the Medog project to capture it. The plan defies belief. 5 cascading power stations, with tunnels around 20 kilometers long, bored straight through a Himalayan mountain to shortcut the river's giant bend. The bill is projected at well over $130 billion. The prize, 60 gigawatts, 3 times the output of the Three Gorges Dam, an annual production roughly equal to the entire electricity generation of the United Kingdom from a single project. And because the river flows on into India and Bangladesh, where it is known as the Brahmaputra, nearly 2 billion people downstream are watching this construction site with a mixture of awe and unease, and their governments are demanding guarantees. It is the largest machine humanity has ever started building, in the most dramatic landscape on Earth, carrying the heaviest questions. Completion is targeted for 2033. The world will be arguing about it and marveling at it long after. 17 projects, bridges above the clouds and cables beneath the sea, cubes in the desert and capitals fleeing the ocean, factories for chips, for intelligence, for hydrogen, for the power of an entire country. Different flags, different motives, same signature, our species, refusing to accept the map as final. So here is your task in the comments. Rank your top 3 from this list, the ones you genuinely believe will change the world most, and tell me which country surprised you. I read every single comment, and the projects you name decide what this channel investigates next. And one last thought before you go. Almost nothing you saw today existed 10 years ago, even on paper, which means somewhere right now, in a drawer, or a hard drive, or a daydream, number 18 is waiting. The wonders are not running out, they are speeding up.